So in Washington, we love our apples, right? And so I think Jesus, if he would have been living in our time, he would have picked an apple and said, if the apple wants to become great, it does not just sit on a shelf or on a counter, shined up for everybody to look at and say, oh, look at how great that apple is. Look at how beautiful that apple is. Look at how shiny that apple is. I bet it tastes really, really good. In order for the apple to be truly great, it has to die. It has to let someone consume it, eat it, destroy it. And in that sense, the apple becomes great. But the apple that just sits on a shelf for all to see, for all to admire, to glorify in the apple, it doesn't make sense. In fact, he says, you know what? The best way for this apple to be glorified is for it to fall to the ground, to rot, for the seeds in the apple to be dispersed and to grow a new apple tree that creates more apples for generations of people to come. I mean, think about that. I just did the math a little bit. I'm no apple grower, that's for sure, but the internet sure helped me out a little bit. So the average apple has 5 to 8 seeds inside of it. Let's go to the lower side, okay? So let's say there are 5 seeds in this apple. All 5 of those seeds, they go out, they get planted. Let's just say that one of them really grows into an apple tree. If one of these seeds inside this apple grows into an apple tree, in a few years, that apple tree could produce 500 apples. If each of them has on the low end 5 seeds, that would be 2,500 seeds. And if perchance all of them grow new trees, in the next 5 years, there will be over 1.25 million apples. Just a few years, one apple seed could result in 1.25 million new apples. Lots of people to enjoy the fruit. But what has to happen? That seed has to die. Has to go into the ground to be forgotten about. However the seed was worshiped, glorified, honored, remembered, it has to go into the ground, be forgotten about, has to break open, cease to become a seed so that it can become a tree. Jesus says, glory comes through self-sacrifice.